What's up, Horde? We're back. We got one of the legends of the game with us. We got Punny, we got Steven, Lunatic Friends, and we got our good friend, producer, I don't know, astrophysicist, coolest dude on the planet, Buckvader. What's up, buddy? Lunatic, Bunny, how you guys doing?
Oh shit, sorry. I zoned out. What's up?
I'm doing good. Getting a little rain today, and we needed
Oh,
that.
yeah.
We did. All right. Well, we got Vader here. We got some bangers of questions we're learning about. If you want to know about the dude he's the fucking podcast producer. These guys on podcast stuff. He's wildly interesting. I hear party animal. I don't know. We'll see. But before we get into all that, we've got a magical sponsor. Our good friends at Dubby. This episode is brought to you by them.
Awesome.
And if you're like us, you need the extra boost, especially on fucking days like this, where you can end up like me and just not have a brain left. But you have Dubby without the crash. Dubby is clean energy, no jitters, no fillers, just fuel to keep you focused and ready. Obviously, I didn't drink my Dubby today. And since you're part of the Horde, that's you get 10% off with your order. Just use coupon code GCSDPOD at checkout. That's GCSDPOD for 10% off. W.GG. Support the pod. Support the Horde. Support yourself. Get energized. Let me tell you, secretly, there's a revolution coming. So get your energy up, kids. All right. Now that the bills are paid, hopefully, I don't know. Everybody pay the bills. Everybody pay the bills. It's not
Yeah.
Bunny's got the bills department's the bunny. All right. So here we are. We're gonna ask Vader some questions. He's gonna regale us with fucking wonderful tales. I think Animal House is based on him as one of the answers. I'm pretty sure. So listen closely. But Vader, we're gonna talk about your childhood and upbringing in Eastern Ohio. The first question is, what was life growing up like in Eastern Ohio? And do you have any favorite memories or local traditions that stuck with you?
I grew up in a small industrial town east Liverpool. At one point, it was the pottery capital of the world. My mom was a teacher and my dad was a finance manager in the local car lot. I have a younger brother and sister, but my mom basically took in 3 other kids, so it was always a pretty full house. Most of my best childhood memories and were playing football and baseball in the street because nobody had a yard.
Well, shit. That sounds great.
Yeah, we did this because nobody had a big enough yard we'd hit the ball out of.
Yep.
So, Vader, what kind of kid were you? Were you like a dreamer or a troublemaker or what?
Troublemaker. I go more in trouble. Let's get it. Okay.
I wasn't really one type of kid. I was good in school, number 1 in my class. I wasn't a bad kid, but let's say I had a lot of fun. My sister was an elite swimmer, so every weekend my parents took her to swim meets, so obviously I had parties every weekend. The biggest party I ever had, we decided to have a toga party. I invited 30 people, over 200 showed up. We drank 2 kegs, a case Jack and a case of vodka. I realized that I had good friends not just from one clique, but from just about every clique, and still do to this day.
Very cool.
Animal House is based on Vader. Toga. Belushi didn't die. He was just like, my name is Vader. Like, fucking shout out Vader, dude. That's dope. So how do you think your hometown shaped who you are today? Other than like your liver and being a really big party animal. Let me show you. She sounds like you had some bangers though, too. That's awesome.
Like I said, I'm from a small blue-collar town. I think it shaped me that you work hard for what you want. You stand up for what you think is right. You prioritize your family. You always have your friends back. Everything else will take care of itself.
That's a good view, man. That's a good view.
That really is a good way to look at things. So Vader, what did you study in college, and what made you go down that path?
In college, I studied business, corporate law, and political science. I went down those paths because business I always had a knack for. I started trading stocks when I was 13. Corporate law I dropped pretty quickly when I realized it was just writing contracts. I was like, I'm not doing this my whole life. Political science, my mother is a big liberal and used to work in politics even though I believed the opposite direction than she does. It was always a big part of our family.
Wolf of Wall Street, also about fucking Vader. That's just crazy. That's listen, lunatic. Listen. You had the craziest stories, but Vader is in a strong lead here right now. It's looking bad for you, brother.
I agree. I agree.
So you mentioned working in business and politics. What were those worlds like for you? Like, I mean, those are crazy worlds for fucking anybody. So, like, from your point of view, how was it?
After college, I started my business career trading stocks, looking for business to develop and invest in. It was going well, but as you can imagine, my care costs a lot. So the only place I can get coverage is the government. Then the government changed the law, and I could no longer make money. So obviously that ended my business career. A short time later, I had a chance meeting with a well-known political family. I probably shouldn't use their names so your lady friends don't kill me. Laugh out loud. I told them I was good at strategy and organizing, so he set me up in politics. I did that for a long time until about 2015 when I started seeing a change in politics, and not for the better.
Did Barack Obama hook you up with a job? What is happening here? Every story is just a banger of bangers. Like, this is better than Bill Clinton's fucking autobiography. This is crazy work.
So, Vader, did you ever think that you would end up in media or podcasting when you were back in college?
No, when I was in college, I never saw myself in media, and podcasts weren't even a thing. But I believe life puts you where you need to be.
Fair.
Amen.
Listen, to be fair, he's running out of amazing things to do. He's like, I guess we could podcast. Like, we're already like, damn. Vader, are you a spy? I want to know. End of the show. Let me know. Okay, so I'm going to talk about your health and personal challenges. I mean, it's obviously, you know what I'm saying? Something you face, but you seem to be doing well with it. You've been through some tough health challenges. What do you wish more people understood about what you've been through?
I was actually born healthy. When I was 6 months old, my mom came to get me out of my crib. I wasn't able to move and could hardly breathe. The doctors to this day don't know what happened. Whatever it is, it's progressive. I lose a little strength every couple of years. I wish some people wouldn't just assume that I'm an intelligent Buckeye podcaster recently made that mistake. I think he regrets it now. I'm actually pretty smart.
You're wicked fucking smart.
I was actually born healthy. When I was 6 months old, my mom came to get me out of my crib. I wasn't able to move and could hardly breathe. The doctors to this day don't know what happened. Whatever it is, it's progressive. I lose a little strength every couple of years. I wish some people wouldn't just assume that I'm an intelligent Buckeye podcaster recently made that mistake. I think he regrets it now. I'm actually pretty smart.
No, super smart. Like, to be fair, I'm pretty sure Vader would take me in a physical fight and a mental fight right now. So I'm gonna stand down.
That. So, Vader, how did that chapter of your life change your life and people, priorities, and purpose?
I can't really answer that. I've always been this way, at least as far as I can remember, but I think my perspective is different from most people. Like football, for example, most people see if wanting to be a player that wasn't an option for me, so I've always seen it more like a coach.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you seem like always you. So like, again, what was there a specific moment where things clicked and you knew you had to push through? Look at that moment where you're like, you know what? I'm going to do this.
I've always had to push through. Going to school was physically hard. COVID was mentally hard. The facility I was in locked us in our rooms for almost a year. But what can you do?
No, I mean, I get it, man. Like, I appreciate that, like, as a person who has health struggles, obviously not as serious as you, like, that resolve is inspiring, man. And I appreciate that. Like, I'm proud of you, man. Lunatic. Number 10.
So Vader, let's go Buckeye Nation. Yep.
I think you cut out. It was what was like? What's your earliest Buckeye memory? I think is what it was.
My earliest Buckeye memory was Keith Byers running out of his shoe.
Yes. Sorry.
I was almost 7, and I looked up at my parents and said, "Look at that son of a bitch run." My mom blamed my grandfather.
Vader might be the most interesting man in the world. Like, holy shit. Do you have a favorite all-time OSU player, and what made them stand out?
My favorite Buckeye was Keith Byers. He was so big, so fast, had great hands, could break tackles. Most Buckeye fans today don't really understand how dominant he was.
They're gonna fuck around and find out, though. We got Bo Jackson coming.
Yeah, they robbed Keith Byers of his Heisman with that one pass by Doug Flutie. So, what's your honest take of the team this year? And do you have any bold predictions?
I think we have a great team this year. Our secondary, I believe, will be better than last year. Our defensive link is 6 deep at end. In the middle, our starters are elite and the backups are better than people think. Matty P will be more creative and aggressive than Coach knows. Our offense has the best receiver room, no question. Smith is unstoppable. The line is very physical and experienced. The tight end room has never been better in my lifetime. The running backs are young but hungry. We just have to give hardline and in time to find the rhythm. I predict we beat Scum and win the Big Ten. I'm also feeling good about a repeat.
Shout out, fucking. Oh wait,
Yeah.
So, as a person who also ended up doing a Buckeye podcast, we came from vastly different places, and then you got up the same place. Like, how do you get into doing a Buckeye podcast, and what keeps you coming back to it? Because it's like a labor of love to do this.
I was looking for recruiting news on YouTube, and I found Scoop. I watched it for a while, but I didn't get involved in the chat too much. Then one day I got a message from Kim Barton saying Kirk likes your takes. When you're in the chat, he wants you to do more, so I did. Then a guy I didn't know reached out and named Mel, and he said, "We like your takes. I just started my own podcast. We would like you to help us out," so I did. Then I started talking to you and Steely and Sean and Lunatic. Eventually, let's just say Buckeye Boys decided they wanted to scale back who was involved, which fine Patsu and Sean said, "Come join us at Ohio Podcast," so I did. Sean introduced me to Eric, and he was interested in my ideas. Now I produce Buckeye Lounge. I do the Buckeye Force Report and II call, and twice a week we also have some other things in the works. The best part is I've made friends all over the country that I would have never met. Also, the Ohio Podcast have been amazing to me. I'm very happy working with them.
No, listen, Chris and Eric are great dudes over there, and all the Buckeye community. I'm happy to have met you and Lunatic and everybody. Like, I was welcomed in just like you were welcomed in. I was welcomed in as just like the weird fucking kid that said crazy shit. You actually had really viable points, but I digress. I appreciate that, and me and Lunatic are happy to have you here, man. We're glad to have you over here. So what's been your favorite moment? Wait, nope, that's the wrong one. It is
14, right?
Yeah, 14 is you. Sorry.
Okay. So you've met a lot of athletes in sci-fi. Who surprised you the most?
When I was maybe 10, we went to see the Reds play in Pittsburgh. So I used to go really early to stand outside the clubhouse entrance to get autographs. So that's when Pete Rose was the manager of the Reds. So I decide to try to sneak into the Reds clubhouse. I hear this big, deep voice say, "Kid, what do you think you're doing?" I look up and it's Pete Rose. So I say I just wanted to get my ball signed. He doesn't say anything. He takes the ball right out of my hands. So keep in mind, this is way before he got in trouble. So my dad loved Rose. He admired how hard he played. So I'm thinking, oh shit, I got busted by Pete Rose, and he took my ball. My dad's going to kill me. About 20 minutes later, he comes back. He had the whole team sign my ball. He said, "Come on, let's go find your dad." I'm thinking, shit, I'm still in trouble. We find my dad. He was like, "Where were you?" He hadn't seen Rose yet. Rose comes around the corner, see my dad, pissed off face, says, "I told the kid to come with me. I would get the boys to sign his ball."
Well, Lunatic, it's official. He's just way cooler than both of us combined. Like,
Combined.
The coolest shit that I've done does not compare. That's fucking bananas. Like, it's the personal fucking experience with Pete Rose. This is helping you out. No big deal. That's bananas.
Crazy.
Dude, like, that's I'm fucking awestruck. That's crazy as fuck. Okay, is there any crazy or unforgettable in fan encounters that you'd be willing to share? I mean, outside of just meeting Pete Rose randomly and trying to sneak into the dugout. That's mind blowing, dude.
So far, my favorite thing has been calling in. It's a lot of fun to call and talk Buckeye football and make Eric laugh.
Yeah, dude. Eric is a fun human being, man. I love that guy. So him and Chris are one of the best. I'm glad to have got to be able to do some designs for them and help them out over there. So I really appreciate it.
So Vader, what has been your favorite moment behind the mic so far? Did I break up on that one?
No. I don't know if Vader, he asked what was your favorite moment behind the mic so far as a podcaster? Because the Ohio podcast has like all the super cool, interesting people. Like,
I know.
Jesus Christ, man. Him and TG and like Mika and Sean and
Definitely Star Wars. I think it would be an amazing place to be. A place where good can become evil, but also evil can become good. Where a bunch of kids can stop an empire. A place where an invisible force can be used for good or evil. A place where living teddy bears can beat the fuck out of guys in body armor with laser guns, laugh out loud.
Well, okay. Well, I guess we skipped ahead one. That was number 17, which was if you could live in any sci-fi universe, which one would it be and why? So, Lunatic, let's go number 18.
What's a sci-fi character or story that stuck with you as a kid?
Did we lose him again?
I'm still here. Did you miss it?
Yeah, you didn't cut it for me. Vader, what's a sci-fi character or story that you really stuck with you growing up? You have like a childhood story that around the sci-fi stuff there, or a character?
Obviously Darth Vader. I think he had the most amazing character arc in movies. He went from slave to possible savior to most evil person in the universe only to find out he was the savior.
Yeah, It's a wild arc in that movie, man. What kind of music you're into these days? We do a lot of music podcasts around here and stuff, whatever. So, what are like some of your go-to albums or artists that you're listening to?
I still listen to pretty much the same music I've always listened to. Mostly rock, hard rock, some hip hop and rap. My go-to album is the Buck album.
I just see Vader, Tupac on as loud as he can, doing little wheelies. God damn it, Vader, you're fucking the coolest, brother. Let me take number 20, man.
Vader, you mentioned baseball. I think I know the answer to this question, but who is your favorite team or player, past or present?
If you were listening, you'll know the answer.
I'm a huge New York Mets fan. When I was 13 kid, my cousin who I looked up to lived outside of New York and loved those teams from the 80s. I met a lot of baseball players, but my favorite are still the players that played for the Mets when I was a kid.
Holy shit. I didn't even see that one coming.
I didn't see that one either.
New York Mets fan. When I was 13 kid, my cousin who I looked up to lived outside of New York and loved those teams from the 80s. I met a lot of baseball players, but my favorite are still the players that played for the Mets when I was a kid.
Hey, those 80s Mets teams were bangers. But I only say that because I'm a Yankees fan, and we're just better. I'm just as a Yankees fan, it's in my contract. I have to say that. Sorry. Let's see. Lunatic. I guess we'll go. I'll ask number 24 because I don't remember. What's next for you, Vader? Like, what fucking dude? You've done everything. Like, are you gonna run for president? I would vote for you, brother. I would vote for you. I swear to God. But any dream guests or projects you're hoping to tackle? Because dude, they're always doing stuff over there at that podcast, and you seem to be way busier than I am. So how do you do it? And what do you got going on, man?
I hope to help make the Ohio podcast the biggest and best Ohio State football podcast out there.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I hope to help make the Ohio podcast the biggest and best Ohio State football podcast out there.
Listen, man, if anything can do it, I hope it's those guys. I hope it's you guys. Like, that's a lot of good people over there, man. That just fucking Eric and Chris are out there doing God's work, and you got the fucking coolest crew running. So why not, man?
That's awesome.
Very lived a fucking amazing life, dude. I'm envious, and I've done a lot of cool shit. That's a lot of much cooler shit that I have done. So, dude, that's awesome. I appreciate that you have a resolve and you've made the best of it, and like probably have lived in spite of your problems, what maybe a better life than fucking most people. So, like that level of strength and perseverance, I admire.
Amen. I second that motion. Vader, I consider you a friend from the beginning.
Yeah, I mean,
Thanks, Tony, for giving me a chance to tell my story.
Too. Listen, you're welcome here anytime, brother. Obviously, I'm sure, just like Lunatic, fucking, we're gonna have a story off one day. Just you guys are gonna trade stories and make the audience vote and see who wins. Because like, we're gonna combine you together. You guys are gonna have a child. It's gonna be the new Dos Equis fucking most interesting man in the world. I swear. I love you. Listen, I thought
I don't stand a candle to that. I don't hold a candle to some of the stories he just told.
I literally thought I lived a wild, interesting life. I heard like just the summation of his stories. I'm like, well, I'm a normie. Fuck. Like, that's amazing, man. Listen, and I appreciate when good people have things like that happen to them, and they're able to be perseverant and make the best of their situation, and good things do happen. I think people need to remember that more. That like, just because you feel down or you have adversity, like there's still good shit out there. There's a lot of good shit in the world, a lot of good people. The Ohio State podcast and this whole family has proved that to me. The Curse family has proved it to me. So, anything else, Vader, you want to add, Lunatic?
No, I appreciate having him as a friend. I really do. And you too, Tony.
Absolutely, man. You've been here since the beginning too, brother. And I appreciate you, man. I appreciate it. I remember you're the first Buckeye Boys shirt I had to fucking send out. So shout out to that. You got the original, man. You got the original.
Actually, I got it back too. I had missed it for a while. Somebody confiscated it in the house, but I got it back.
Fuck yes, I'm glad that still exists. It's just floating around, man.
I wore it last Saturday, and people asked who they played, and I was like, "Oh, we didn't play anybody this week, but we'll be there."
Absolutely, brother. Yeah, and like I said, Vader, you're more than welcome if you want to stop by. We're gonna be watching the game. I don't fucking know what time's the game on next week. Anybody know?
3:30.
3:30. Please don't fucking be Peacock. Pretty please on anything.
CBS, Paramount.
I don't like super like CBS either. I like their commentators, but we'll turn down the sound if we have to. Well, I like turn down the sound because they give out a lot of stats and facts that we use. So either way, Vader, you're always welcome. We're just have a banger of a watch party again and fucking hang out. So, Bunny, anything on? I think Bunny's taking care of the chickens, though. I'm gonna leave her out though. Otherwise, man, banger of a show. Full pack day here at fucking Curse Designs. If nobody else has anything to add, and again, like I always in the show, and I just try to fucking spread this message. It's football season, man. Somebody yells out OH. Do the right thing. Yell back IO. Support your team. And be fucking, listen, it goes hand in hand. Be nice to people. You can meet people like Vader. You can meet people like Steven. People like Bunny. You can, yes, Vader. Like, you can do that, man. Go do fun things. Go watch college football. Support the Buckeyes. Listen to good music. Meet good friends. Hang out. Be merry. Have a cursed day, kids. We'll see you next week.
Thanks again to Dubby.
Yes, Dubby. Shout out Dubby. 10% GC SD pod. Dubby.gg. Go get some banger flavors. Thank you, Dubby.